Good morning from the Gothenburg Learning Center. My name is Shawn McDonald, trainee with Bear Crop Science. So today we were out scouting around some of our cornfields looking at corn emergence, and we noticed a little bit of this fun weed. So that right there is my favorite weed, also known as Amaranth palmeri or Palmer amaranth, a bane for many farmers here in the United States. So seeing as Palmer has largely become one of the biggest challenges for weed control in agronomic crops, we thought today would be a great idea to talk a little bit about Palmer, some of its growth mechanics, as well as maybe looking at tools to combat it. So when we look at Palmer, we're seeing emergence anywhere from right about now, which will continue on to right about mid-August here in Nebraska. On top of its extended emergence window, we also have to deal with the fact that it has an aggressive growth rate. So when we're in the heat of the summer, we can see upwards of inches of growth per day, being a tough competitor for a lot of our crops, as well as being a tough weed to come back and manage. So as a common saying would be is we want to control weeds when they're about the size of a standard pop can. By the time you scout it out and by the time you can even get out to control it, it's well past that ideal window. Another factor we have to deal with is if we have any of those palmers that escape and grow to become mature, one plant alone can produce millions and millions of seeds, which is not alone just a problem for the next year, but many years after that. So it's a weed we really want to tackle here and now. Something we really need to focus on when it comes to Palmer management is we need to be proactive and not reactive when it comes to its management. Given the amount of resistance we've seen here in the US, there's not a lot of great rescue options when it comes to later season management. So that's why we really need to be preventative in layering down a lot of residuals, using multiple modes of action, and using maybe some other management tools, whether it be back to cultivation, hand pulling, as well as things maybe as cover crops, especially for early season control. So like with any tough weed we deal with, we need to use every tool we have available to us, whether it be cultural, mechanical, chemical, or biological. All things are on the table in management of this weed. So if you're starting to see it this year, get on top of it. So that's all we had here from the Gothenburg Learning Center. Thank you very much for watching, and check back in next week for another video.